A chilling crime. A locked room. A victim with secrets. Can you solve the mystery before the police do? Every detail matters. Watch closely, because the answer is hidden in the details. Welcome to Incredible Mysteries, where every case tests your detective skills. Jonathan Blake was a man of success, a wealthy entrepreneur whose sharp mind made him a respected figure in the business world. But on a quiet evening, that image shattered. Jonathan was found dead inside his private study, a room locked from the inside, with no sign of forced entry. The police arrived at the mansion to find a scene full of questions, but few answers. What happened inside that locked room? How did the tragedy unfold? And more importantly, can you, the viewer, piece together the clues before the investigators do? This is Incredible Mysteries, and tonight, you are the detective. Let's start by examining the crime scene in detail. The study was in disarray. A shattered glass lay on the floor next to a spilled drink on the desk. The chair was tipped over, as if a struggle had taken place. Nearby, an open laptop showed a paused screen, and beside it, a crumpled note rested on the polished wooden surface. The police found Jonathan's body slumped over the desk, his face pale, eyes closed as if in eternal sleep. No signs of forced entry. The windows were locked tight. The door was locked from the inside. This was no ordinary crime scene. It was a locked room mystery. Take a moment now to look closely at the images of the scene. Notice the spilled drink. Is it just an accident? What about the crumpled note? What could it say? And the broken glass? Was it from a fight or something else? Every detail could be a clue. This is your chance to solve the case with Incredible Mysteries. Now, let's meet the 4 people who had the most reason to want Jonathan Blake gone. First, there's Laura Blake, Jonathan's estranged wife. Their marriage was crumbling under the weight of a bitter divorce and a fierce custody battle over their young daughter. Laura was desperate, angry, and had the most to lose. Then, we have Mark Davis, Jonathan's business partner. Their partnership had recently soured when Jonathan decided to cut Mark out of a lucrative deal. Mark felt betrayed, his financial future suddenly uncertain. Next is Emily Clark, Jonathan's personal assistant. Loyal on the surface, but rumors whispered of a secret relationship, one Jonathan wanted to end. Emily's future was at stake, and she wasn't ready to let go. Finally, David Morgan, the neighbor. A man known for his fiery temper and long-standing feud with Jonathan over disputed property lines. David and Jonathan had clashed more times than anyone could count. Each suspect had a motive. Each had the opportunity. But who had the will to commit the unthinkable? Remember, here at Incredible Mysteries, we dig deeper. Listen carefully to their stories and remember the details from the crime scene. Laura said she was out of town visiting her sister at the time of the murder. Mark claimed he was at a business conference, a detail supported by hotel receipts. Emily insisted she was home all evening, nursing a cold, while David said he was at a local bar with friends. But can we trust what they say at face value? Often, the truth lies in the small contradictions, the details they hope you won't notice. For example, the crumpled note found on the desk wasn't just scrap paper. It was a receipt from a cafe located miles away from Jonathan's mansion, time-stamped at the exact moment of the estimated time of death. Emily's story said she was home sick that night, but surveillance footage from near that cafe shows someone matching her description walking just minutes before Jonathan died. The spilled drink on the desk contained traces of a fast-acting toxin, poison. It was not an accident, but a deliberate act. The broken glass? Not a sign of struggle, but a carefully staged distraction. The locked door? Emily had a spare key, unknown to the police. Now, it's your turn. Who do you think committed the crime? Which clues convinced you? Take a moment to think it through. Was it Laura, desperate and angry? Or Mark, betrayed and betrayed again? Could it be David, with his fiery temper? Or Emily, hiding behind a facade? Remember, the answer is hidden in the details. The crumpled note, the spilled drink, the locked door. Write your guess in the comments below. Don't scroll down until you're ready for the reveal. Here on Incredible Mysteries, your detective skills matter. The killer was Emily Clark. Here's how the police pieced it together. The receipt, that crumpled note, placed Emily near the cafe at the time of the murder, contradicting her claim of being homesick. The poison in the drink was traced back to substances Emily had access to as Jonathan E.B.'s assistant. The broken glass was not from a struggle, but a staged attempt to confuse investigators. And the locked door? Emily had a spare key, allowing her to enter and exit unnoticed. Emily's motive was clear. Jonathan was planning to fire her, threatening her livelihood and the secret she desperately wanted to keep. Did you solve the mystery before the police? Tell us your answer in the comments. If you enjoyed this challenge, please like the video, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a story. Stay tuned for the next mystery. Think you can solve it faster next time? Thank you for watching Incredible Mysteries, where every detail counts.